So I get to say a little preamble before you start the slideshow. Okay, good. So this is like my second ever PowerPoint presentation that I've ever created. I'm much more comfortable with audio, but so forgive it. It's kind of rudimentary, but I hope it makes the point. And thank you, Igniters, for letting me be part of the program. Okay, I'm ready. Ready? Here we go. I spent the past 15 years of my life trying to meet and interview and pretty much share the life stories of total strangers, right? I mean, like total strangers. That's what the handshakes represent, meeting strangers. So there are two kinds of strangers, right? There's the people that are in our social circles, but we just haven't happened to been introduced to them yet. And then there are the more interesting strangers, the people who we don't even know that we don't even know, right? So one time I sat down, I read the Yellow Pages cover to cover. I was looking for strangers to talk to, and I found lots of them. And their phone numbers were right there in the book next to their names, and they're listed there alphabetically by their jobs. And these are jobs like artificial limbs and auctioneers and automobile wrecking and crime scene cleanup and etiquette instruction, hypnotists, inventors, lie detection service, pipe organ building and restoration, et cetera, right? These were like the strangers that I wanted to meet. So I started calling them out of the blue and convincing them to let me share their stories on the radio. And this is essentially, what I've done for the past decade or so, and it's been fun. Then I came up with a way to meet strangers that was even better than the Yellow Pages. I basically threw a dart at a map of Baltimore, and then I went to that place to see who I could meet there, and and convince them to let me interview them and tell me their story. It was a little more premeditated than that. I picked a city block, and I picked a kind of block that would never have any reason to be in the media unless like a crime happened there, an unsung block. And I made it my assignment to meet and interview everyone on that entire city block. And this has proven to be a really, really good way to meet total strangers. And that's exactly now what I'm doing on lots of different blocks around Baltimore City. I'll show you some pictures of some people I met on the first block I ever did, the 3300 block of Greenmount Avenue. That's Risham Haptamichael. She's from Eritrea. She works at a grocery store called Mama Grocery. Everyone calls her Mama. I also met on that same block, 3300 Greenmount, Zishan Kazmi. He works there on the corner at King's Fried Chicken. I think it's now called New York Fried Chicken. Zishan is he's from Pakistan. He loves to greet people with Assalamu alaikum because it invites peace to a conversation. These guys are all from the Ukraine. They are all named Dmitry, and They work together at a pawn. They're not related, but they work together at a pawn shop called Stereo and Jewelry Exchange. Here's some pictures of some people that I met on the 400 block of Patapsco Avenue in South Baltimore. That's Gerard, Robert, Gary, and Kelvin. One of those guys is a recovering drug addict. One of them is a former crack dealer. This is Queely the stylist. She introduces herself as Queely the stylist. She works at Diamonds Cuts. She is the mom of 3 girls, 2 twins and a younger girl, and she says she needs to teach them how to watch out for themselves because she may not be around tomorrow. This is Phyllis Beck. Phyllis Beck, everyone on the 400 block of Patapsco calls her mom, and she is a mom of 2 adult children who live in her house who are both severely developmentally disabled. I should say all these portraits are all by my teammate Wendell Patrick. That's this guy. Wendell also creates original music scores for each block that we document. And these projects take a while. So far, each block has taken about 2 years to do, but the time has come now for me and Wendell to step up our game. We just got a grant to document 6 more blocks in the next year. So this is exciting and needless to say a little terrifying as far as time management goes. But this is a sneak peek at our next block. We're out there right now documenting the 4700 block of Liberty Heights Avenue in Northwest Baltimore. That's a fellow named Chop. He's a independent entrepreneur on the block. Here's a guy, he introduces himself as White Boy Anthony, also on the 4700 block of Liberty Heights Avenue. He's lived there all his life. He's a temp. He works at a hospital doing the laundry for people. Anyway, I'll just wrap up by challenging this popular idea that we all talk about, this idea of Smaltimore, right, where everyone knows everybody else. My recommendation, the antidote to that is once a week, once a day, maybe just once, get into a conversation with a total stranger, and this town won't seem so small after all. So, thanks. Thank you.